Good morning, everybody. As you can tell, it's raining. It's November 22nd, 2011. Big Al, of course, still killed on a 6-point, and I just got in here, run a little bit late because it's raining, and it's just me and Dink left hunting. I've come back out here for got a trail camera set up. Plus, seen that one deer yesterday over on my right in that other hillside across the hollow, and there's mast up here, so we're hoping there's some deer moving. Seen 5 this morning driving up from camp to get up here on the mountain. Thought that may be a good sign, but it's supposed to rain all day. Got the umbrella set up, as you can see. So we're going to give it a try, see if anything shows up. Dink's hunting on the ridge to my right. He might drive something up this way, it's hard to tell. They're predicting some thunderstorms, so if it goes to thundering, we may go ahead and come on out. But Alvin and I got that deer head drug out of here, and it was a drag. And got back to the truck about 4:30, 4:45. He shot the thing at about 5 minutes to 3. So we'll go ahead and get back here and try to get comfortable, stay out of the rain, and keep our fingers crossed till the buck shows up. Well, it's finally stopped raining. It rained pretty good there for a little bit. And thought once about hollering at Dink on the radio and telling him to just wrap it up, and we've seen some staying out here and it's just pouring the rain, but they finally quit. Got some raindrops falling out of the trees. It's real quiet, light breeze. As he was coming in this morning, we had some squirrels barking, seen a few squirrels. Maybe if the squirrels come out, that'll give me a good sign. Maybe it's stopped raining for the day. According to the weather, we're not supposed to have any sunny weather until Thursday. Temperature's down in the 50s in. It's in the low 60s today. We're going to be. Makes it kind of bad when you're trying to hunt during buck season and it's warm. But here's the that I'm hunting. It's a long, I don't know, 150, 200 yard ridge line. And then over here on this side we've got thickets. It used to be full of what around here everybody calls mountain laurel. But one year when we had poor mast conditions, the deer ate that up and it's never come back. And you got some pine growing in there, and all the dead mountain laurel. Deer generally cross right down in there from left to right, so you just have to stick it out and hope you get some crossing. With being some acorns up here on this ridge, I figured we'd see at least something up here feeding. But didn't see nothing yesterday. But buck that Alvin killed would have come, if he'd have come up here, he'd come out of that holler over there and up the top of that ridge right there. That's the way he was feeding when Alvin shot him. He wasn't tracking, he was just feeding. And he was headed this way. So, sat back here, like I said, the rain stopped. Hopefully, maybe since the rain stopped, maybe the deer will move. Just have to wait it out and see. It was 12:30. Greenbrier had lunch and went down and checked the trail camera, and no pictures. So that's the thing about hunting this national forest. It's hard to pattern these deer, know where they're at, know where they travel. Pretty much luck of the draw when you come out here to hunt. So Jerod should be on his way by now. He's not already up here, but I think he said he was going to leave around noon. He's going to get a few hours of sleep and everything before he started out. And said he'd probably see us about 2, so if he kept to that, he should be on his way. Listened to the weather just a minute ago on the National Weather Service frequency. They're calling for 35-mile-per-hour gusts tomorrow. Rain. They even started issuing some flash flood watches in certain parts of West Virginia, so tomorrow doesn't look like it's going to be any better day. Thursday, I think, is supposed to be down in the 50s and partly cloudy. I don't think there's any chance of rain. It's typical first week of buck season. It seems like it always rains the first day, or at least the first couple of days. Heard a gunshot earlier. Thought it was out for where Dink was at. He never heard on the radio, so I don't believe it was him. It sounded a little further off than where I know he's at. So it might be out the old fire trail or the new fire trail across from where we're hunting. So just sit here and continue to see if anything moves. I did take a little stroll down to the end of the point and look back up here behind me to see if there was anything down that holler where Alvin shot that 6-point yesterday. And I checked the holler here to my right. So didn't see anything. But if that front coming through, you'd think they'd be moving. Like I said, we seen 5 this morning coming up the road, coming up here. So I thought for sure we'd see some activity today. Haven't seen anything, so we just sat back and try to keep from dozing off and see if anything comes through. It's quiet. I'm not hear all this tail. Well, Jerod should be here by now. It's 2:30, 2:35, and he should be here. A squirrel that has no hair on his tail, still sitting over here in the tree where I had a video earlier. So he's sitting there now, I guess 20 minutes. See another gray squirrel running around, big bushy tail, and it was chasing this one. So about 4 or 5 shots to see. One was right up the ridge from me. I think it was on the other mountain right-hand side. Dink radioed me, he thought it might have been me. I told him no, it wasn't me. But it was close. Sitting here for a few more hours, haven't seen nothing. Wind's kind of calmed down a little bit, breeze every now and then. But some birds and squirrels, the only thing that's moving. Haven't seen a deer at all. Okay, it's 3 o'clock. I decided to stand up a while. Sitting all day gets rough on me. But you see there's a ridge top behind me. And when Jerod gets here, he's going to be hunting over on the other side of those pines in that hollow there. And old squirrel, he's still sitting there on that tree. And he didn't pay any attention to me getting up and getting in behind this tree. The hollow that I generally set up when Alvin where Jerod sits here is right over there. And it's a deep hollow. And it's, of course, looks thick. You're looking at the treetops because it's steep. When you get over this edge right here, it's steep. And that's generally the hollow that I watch. But I've always had better luck here on this flat than I've had over on that right hand side. But still got about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes before we have to get out of here. I don't know if anything's going to stir or not. But we'll keep trying. That's the whole thing about hunting. Especially hunting up here in the National Forest. You can't bait. And it's 90 miles from home, so it's not like you can get up here and pattern the deer. And we're supposed to be in the rut, but I haven't seen any does out here. So I don't know where these deer are at, if they're at the top, because up there, can't hardly make it out with this camera, is the state line. We're probably 1,500, 2,000 feet from the state line. That is Virginia. So don't know if the deer are over in Virginia and not coming and visiting us, or what it is. But here there's no farms, no fields. It's pretty much wilderness. No four-wheelers allowed. You can't even drive up on top of this mountain. The old fire trail has been closed off. I've been hunting up here for 30 years. It's been closed off longer than that. But I remember my father-in-law telling me they used to drive up here on the mountain and out there on that hillside that I generally watch when Jerod's sitting here on this flat. And he used to camp up here. So a lot has changed over the years. Access has been cut off, gates have been put up, so now it's pretty much foot travel. And it's a long walk up here. Yep. Got the camera off for now so I can get back to hunting, see if anything comes in. Good morning, everybody. It's November the 23rd, 2011, Wednesday. We're back up on the mountain again. Jerod made it in. We then both come up. First thing we seen was a couple of does this morning coming up the road, and then when we got parked and started walking up the trail to the top of the mountain, Jerod spotted a doe being chased by a buck. It's up on top of the ridge line, nowhere to get a good shot at it. Of course, they were moving pretty quick. They disappeared just briefly after he saw them. I never got to see them. There's another couple hunters up in here. We didn't get up here as early as we wanted to, and somebody parked in our old campsite, and we parked in there beside them. We seen one of them in the hollows was coming up. Made it up here. I checked my trail camera, no picture, so I went ahead and pulled my trail camera just in case we don't come back up here the rest of the week. Also, it's very windy today, a drizzle, a little break in the clouds, the sun popped out a little bit, but it's supposed to have wind gust up to 35 miles an hour. So hunting up on top of the ridge may not be a good choice to do. We did hear a big tree fall up in one of the hollows as we was coming up the trail. So we may move into one of these lower hollows where the wind's not quite so bad later today. But we'll give it another try. You know, seeing a buck running a doe, that's a good sign. As you can tell, it is windy. The tree tops are really swaying back and forth. If the deer are moving, they must be moving in the bottoms. I can't see anything being up here on top the way this wind's blowing. As you can tell, the sun's trying to peek out a little bit, but it's still overcast, just a few breaks in the clouds. And I don't know what the wind chill factor is, but it was cold enough I put my jacket on. Walked up here without the jacket, and after that wind picked up, I had to put the jacket on.
Well, here we are up here at deer camp up in Greenbrier County. Alvin's done killed him a 6-point, killed it Monday morning. Today's my first day getting to hunt. We'll see what happens. Well, it's 12:46. Still haven't seen any deer. Heard a few shots, not many. The wind has been terrible. Sit in here a little while longer, see if we see anything. Temperatures dropped some. A little bit colder than what it was this morning. So maybe the temperature dropping will get the deer moving a little bit.
Well, the sun disappeared and it started raining, so I had to put the umbrella up. Keep the rain off of it. And of course, with the wind blowing, well, we all know what wind does to an umbrella. Jerod and I was talking. October 1st was the opening day of bow season. And from October 1st, pretty much all the way through until this week, the weather was great. We even had cold temperatures. We didn't have all this high wind. We didn't have hardly any rain. I mean, there was a few days it rained. But this is only Wednesday of the first week of the West Virginia buck season. And really, the first 3 days so far have been miserable. Monday, there was some rain. And then it was cloudy all day. Drizzle. Yesterday, come up here, it was drizzling, and then it come a good just downpour of rain for 15-20 minutes. And then today, got up 5 o'clock and the stars were out. Got in the camp, fixed breakfast and everything, trying to get out before daylight. And before I even had breakfast done, it started raining again. So it always seems like up here in the National Forest where we hunt, we never have a solid week of just the right conditions. I mean, today, wind just blowing like crazy, limbs falling out of the trees. That's the reason why I decided not to sit. Got behind this tree, got things set up, and decided I'll just stand. Might have to run, but we're in for this all day. Just have to see what happens. noticed that he'd done the same thing. He'd come out of the hollow he was in, come across the ridge top, and was looking over in the other hollow. A little bit ago, it's been a little bit of snow flurries or sleet. Sitting here eating this morning's biscuit, a little bit of lunch. Heard several gunshots earlier. Don't know if that was Dink. He's got a radio with him, so say if he needs help, he'll use the radio and get a hold of me or Jerod. But we'll stick it out. Sun keeps coming in and out, but it has gotten cold up here. It was supposed to be in the 60s today. There's no way it's in the 60s up here. We listen to the NOAA weather on these radios we have, and for this area they're talking 60s, and then chance of rain. The wind was going to be bad, so I think it's a little bit off on the temperature. It's don't have the thermometer with me to tell you how cold it is, but it's cold. Not like it was Monday and Tuesday. Well, it's 4:10 in the evening. Jerod and I moved to a different spot. Actually, now we're down in the bottoms hunting, and I just seen two does about 20 minutes ago run up this mountain here. Look at that bank. It's steep. They actually ran pretty much from right in there and across. Back in that thicket back there. Acting like something was chasing them, but the 20 minutes had passed. Nothing come through. Jerod, he went up this ridge behind me and went way up. He said it's real narrow, and then just kept going. And he said it's just straight up and down on each side into these other hollows. So he come on down. He's hunting further down in the bottom. But looking for sign, we haven't seen much sign, but at least this morning Jerod seen a buck running a doe, but there's no way you could get a shot at it. And then just now, 20 minutes ago, I seen the two does. So we're going to stay in here for another half hour, 45 minutes, then we'll have to get out before it gets dark.